All right, Mike, let me bust out a couple of these for you real quick. I don't know what type of calculator you're using, but I'll try to show you a couple different options. So first part, put your dude on the angle you're trying to find. Then you got to label the opposite, adjacent, hypotenuse. So 20 is your opposite. 28 is the adjacent, closest to you. We don't need and we don't have hypotenuse, so don't worry about it. So the O and the A, that tells me I have to use TOA. So I'm going to use tangent here. So the tangent, when standing on, I don't know, so I'm just going to call it an X, is opposite over adjacent. And so now, normally when you're finding sides, you put a 1 under it and you cross multiply. Well, we know the ratio. So we need, in our calculator, we got to figure out how to go backwards and figure out what angle made that. So we're going to use the inverse. So the angle is actually going to be the inverse tangent of either that decimal, or you could just leave it and punch it in like that. So I'll show you how it looks on the graphing calculator. Let me pull this up for you. I don't know which one you have at home. Probably not this one, but I'll just kind of show you what it looks like on the screen. So I'm going to clear this out. All right, so I'm going to hit second, and then this one is on the tan key, second tan, and you'll see that little -1 there. Now I'm just going to put in 20 divided by 28. Hopefully my calculator's in degree mode. We'll find out. 35 degrees, that looks legit. Let me just double check. Yep, I'm in degree mode, so that's cool. So 35.5 degrees would be the answer to this one. So get the ratio, do the inverse of it. If you're using Desmos, which you could do that on your Chromebook, pull up Desmos. It's right back there. And do the scientific calculator. And so you have these choices here. You have main, ABC, function. So you're going to have to hit function. Maybe. Yeah, so I hit function, and then I'm going to do tan -1. And now I punch in that ratio. You got to go back to main to get to your numbers. And 20 divided by 28, parenthesis. I don't know if I even need that parenthesis, but it gives me the answer. Over here to the right, you can see the 35.5 degrees that way. So if you're using Desmos, function gets you to your trig stuff. Main are your numbers. I'll do one more just so you got a second example to look at. So number 2, why don't I scroll down because that looks like another tangent one. We'll scroll down. Let's bust out number 3 together. So number 3, put my dude on the angle I'm looking for. I label, this is the hypotenuse because it's across from 90. Side closest to me is adjacent. So I'm going to use I'm going to use cosine. So the cosine of, I don't know. Sometimes they use this in pictures. So you might see that like on the review or on the test. It's the same thing as an X. And that would be 27 over 58. And now it's pretty straightforward. To find that angle, you just do the inverse cosine. And then type in that division move. And let's see what we got. So cosine 27 over 58. So second cosine 27 divided by 58. Bam. 62.3 degrees. And you always just want to look and make sure does that look legit. And I think that looks legit for this angle. That looks reasonable. I'm not going to do the next one, but you might look at it and be like, whoa, something's weird here, because they give you all 3 sides. So this one's even easier. I call this dealer's choice. If you play cards, you know what I'm talking about. But I have everything. I got opposite, I got hypotenuse, I got adjacent. So you pick whatever ratio you want. You can pick tan, you can pick cos. If I want to pick sine, let's say sine's my favorite. I say sine of, I don't know, is, well, I'm not going to use the adjacent for sine. I'll just use opposite over hypotenuse. So to find the angle, you're going to do inverse sine 33 divided by 55. And I'm not going to type it in, but that's how you do it. Hopefully that helps, brother. See you.